welcome to Games. Thank you so much for coming to see me play some more of the Mass Effect Legendary Edition today. Please like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it if you can. I'm going to keep on getting through more of Mass Effect 3. Thanks for watching. This game is awesome. I'm picking up directly from where I left off. I can't wait to see what's going to happen next. I've just saved Samara and destroyed the monastery, so that was pretty cool. And I'm pretty sure I can chat to Admiral Hackett or some commander of some sort. Here, right? Oh no, it's chatting to Anderson. Let's talk to Anderson.
Shepard, I was hoping you'd check in again.
You okay?
Been putting my old academy training to use. Organizing the resistance. You know, you've got quite a fan club back here. Any news we hear about the Normandy gives hope to the guys in the trenches.
I really wouldn't want to be one of the guys in the trenches. Being on Earth as it was hit by the enemy would be awful. Sorry, you might have just heard my phone there. That's good to hear.
I know what that's like, fighting in the dark. I'm glad we're making a difference.
It's more than that. A lot of these people have never held a gun in their life. When they heard that you managed to get the Turians and Krogan to cooperate, that was a shot in the arm, Shepard. Of the one thing we're in short supply around here. Faith. That any of us will live to see another day.
Yeah.
How bad is it?
It could be worse, but not much.
Can you still coordinate any kind of counterattack?
We're hitting the Reapers every chance we get. Mostly guerrilla-style hit-and-runs, but it's not enough. It's time we started focusing our efforts.
Where?
London. Something big is happening there. Our networks in the UK say the Reapers have arrived in huge numbers.
I'm gonna say good. Fishing about.
More Reapers in one place just makes them easier to kill.
Leave it to you to make a full-scale Reaper invasion sound like a good thing.
I just want to end them. Forever.
You and me both. Oh, and Shepard. I meant what I said earlier about Kai Lang. The Reapers may seem like our biggest threat, but take it from me. Lang is a vicious bastard. Don't underestimate him.
Noted.
Then I'll let you get back to it. We need whatever good news you can send our way. Anderson out.
Cool. I feel like coming back to play Mass Effect is like getting a warm hug. I haven't played this game for ages, so I'm so glad that I'm actually getting back to playing Mass Effect again, because it just feels really cool to actually be playing this and to be able to engage with the characters in this game again. I'm so glad I'm playing Mass Effect again. Who do I want to talk to?
The Turians will hold. Pound for pound, they're the best fighting force in the galaxy.
Pound for pound is irrelevant, given the significantly higher mass of Reaper forces overall.
That's why we're bringing in the Krogan.
Interesting.
Glad you talked Samara down.
I never thought I'd see her flinch from her duty.
I don't know. On one hand, that code's all she's had to live by for, God, centuries. Then the galaxy goes to hell. The old rules don't cut anymore. I mean, we're cutting some corners, right?
A few.
Well, the Alliance can always court-martial us after we save the galaxy.
Always.
Commander.
Hey.
Hello, Shepard.
What's on your mind, Edie?
The destruction of the Reaper on Tuchanka. It is rare for a technologically superior force to be destroyed by an inferior one.
Oh, I love this
Yeah, so now all we
conversation.
need is a gun that fires Thresher Moss.
That was a joke.
I'm sorry, Shepard. I was contemplating. The Reapers are more fallible than they proclaim. Despite its best efforts, the one on Tachanka was destroyed by a worm. This has caused me to reassess the probable period of time before I am non-functional.
You're worried about dying?
In a sense. My processing power is consumed with calculations to help us combat the Reapers. But I can run those scenarios with the rest of the crew. May I ask you another question that troubled Jeff?
Here we go again.
Sure.
What is the purpose of synthetic life?
Wow. Honestly, I forgot how well written the characters in Mass Effect are. I feel like playing Mass Effect enables me to engage with some of the best written characters in fantasy. I forgot how cool these conversations are. Whatever it wants to be, Edie, whatever it wants to be.
It's not that different from organic life. A free-willed synthetic chooses what it wants.
But the purpose of organic life is to preserve itself long enough to replicate copies of its genes in succeeding generations. My purpose is not so clear. The other successful synthetic life forms that I have examined for comparison are the Geth and the Reapers.
There's more to organic. I think that Edie's insight into that particular question is quite short-sighted. It's not just to preserve our existence and to continue to live. I think there's a lot more meaning in life in connections and people and beautiful moments and art and creating, and I feel like there's just a lot more to life than what Edie described there. There's more to organics.
Reproduction isn't all there is. We find meaning in the work we do. Good deeds we accomplish. Love.
I see. I will search my files on the biographies of humans to see if prominent figures follow the pattern you suggest. It appears many humans did in fact do so.
That's quick. Gotta love quantum computing.
Shepard, I will alter my processing power to give priority to your stated goals. Duty, altruism, love.
Aww.
Wait, you're just gonna turn yourself good? Can you do that?
It should take some time. If I have further questions, I will speak with you again. Thank you.
That's so cool. Aww. I've heard that if you treat Edie wrong, I feel like I'm glitching out. Yeah, I hear that if you treat Edie wrong, she actually turns against you, but I've never had the heart to actually treat any of the characters in Mass Effect wrong. At least not intentionally. So I would never let Edie down. Who else do I talk to in the crew?
I've got a lead on something interesting. Have you got a minute?
If it's about your toothbrush trainer, I don't want to hear it. Not now, at least. Crew deck. There's Garrus. I'm not sure if I've really talked to Garrus much. This might be a video of just talking to people. If you're enjoying this series so far, please like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it if you can. I love this game. And this particular gaming series. Where is Garrus? He's probably hanging out with the other characters somewhere. Oh, Liara is there. Oh, it's gonna suck big time when Thestia gets hit. That always gets me. Hey, is Garrus here? No.
That was a rough mission. The Reapers are an ingenious and ruthless enemy. Poor Rila. Ingenious and ruthless. The worst kind.
Yeah.
Never met a real Ardat Yakshi. Not that I know of, anyway. I think I dodged a bullet there. Seriously, I think I would have been a goner. Good to see you.
I wish I could talk with my squad mates and the characters in Mass Effect 3 a lot more. I really hope that they actually improve upon that in a future Mass Effect game. And I am looking forward to a future Mass Effect game. I will definitely record that when they release the new Mass Effect. I don't think I'm going to record Mass Effect Andromeda.
Everybody was fighting the Rachni, trying to push them back through the relay. Finally, the Krogan were turned loose and stopped them.
I see.
But when the Krogan rebelled, we had to deploy the genophage to stop them.
Interesting.
It wasn't the only rebellion. 1,000 years later, the Geth revolted against the Quarians. That was a whole other war. Then along came the humans. My own people tangled with them for a while, and now, to top it all off, we've got the Reapers. What about you?
The Ouroboros fought the Densorin. The Andoromai conquered the Vandomar, and the Jatil turned against the Jah.
So, I guess nobody really ever gets their act together.
The Sinreal claimed to have found the path to eternal peace.
What happened?
The Ditaka preferred war and wiped them out.
I hope you guys had alcohol.
That's so interesting. Honestly, everything to do with Javik in Mass Effect 3 is just so interesting. He's one of the coolest DLC characters I've ever seen in gaming.
Some of the crew seem shocked by the monstrosities we have encountered. They haven't seen what the Reapers could corrupt after 100 years. That was our war. Every battle conjured a new nightmare.
That's crazy.
This human holds such childish views of war. Your species has much to learn. Commander.
Samara's the kind of soldier we need in this war. Nothing gets in her way. I just hope I'm not in her way someday. That woman means business.
Yeah.
It's a mutated Asari. The Reapers are just a giant nightmare factory that never ends.
That's so true.
I can only imagine what the Reapers are doing to the Drell, or the Hanar, or the Vorcha. This could get a lot worse before it gets better.
I really don't want to imagine what Javik had to experience. That would have been terrifying.
Maybe later.
You're gonna do some calibrations.
Maybe later.
Is that a sleeping pod?
It's a brilliant tactic, when you think about it.
But it's evil.
When has that ever mattered in war?
Yeah, but converting other life forms into Reapers? I can't wrap my head around that.
Makes sense to me. It ensures you never run out of cannon fodder. Eliminates any local resistance. And for every soldier you add, your enemy loses two. The one you converted, and his buddy on the other side who can't pull the trigger on a friend.
You sound like you admire them.
Same way I admire a virus or a thresher maw. They've adapted perfectly to their situation.
But the Reapers want to destroy us.
And I have no intention of letting them. But if you don't respect your enemy's capabilities, you're in for one nasty surprise after another.
That's so interesting.
Maybe later.
Okay, and Liara isn't here. I might actually just check in with Liara real quick.
Per your orders, I have the latest reports on the Council, Doctor. Their security is in disarray, but it would still be weeks before we could attempt to position any agents in their personal staff.
And it's far too risky after Udina's coup. Postpone those deployments.
At once.
Hey.
Hello again, Shepard.
Oh, I can actually talk to her! That is so satisfying. I haven't been able to do that with any characters. Okay. What's new?
What have you been up to since we last saw each other?
Since you helped me defeat the Shadow Broker, I started looking for defenses against the Reapers. The Protheans were the only ones with substantial information on them. The older civilizations barely had records. I knew the elusive man was hunting for the same thing when our agents began crossing paths.
Like on Mars.
I thought I'd covered my tracks, but he had surveillance there all along.
Ah. Being the Shadow Broker.
What's been happening with you as the broker, Liara?
It's been exciting, The old broker's ship? Impressive, but it was never meant to be space-worthy. Which meant the elusive man eventually tracked me down on Hagalaz.
What happened?
I knew he was coming. Farron and I loaded as much of the ship's specialized hardware onto a shuttle as we could. We got away from Cerberus' ships after arranging an appropriate distraction.
How'd you get away?
What kind of distraction?
Sending the broker's ship exploding into a Cerberus cruiser. I don't think the elusive man expected me to give up my resources in such a spectacular fashion.
Neither did I.
Can you still operate as the broker without the ship?
Well, I couldn't let the elusive man have it. I saved what was crucial. My network of agents is intact, although the Reapers have taken a toll on their numbers. It's taking a while to re-establish contact.
What happened to Farron?
So where is Farron if you two escaped?
He convinced me he was recovered enough to work, and I do need more agents.
Agent Farron didn't report any injuries during his last call to you, Doctor.
True. Given what he survived, I should probably worry less.
It's good to worry about your friends. The information drone.
So is that drone your new secretary?
Glyph is a VI shell that indexes my search functions on the data feeds. I couldn't work without it. Although I'm lucky Edie let Glyph on board after it tried to rewrite her schedule.
I was merely attempting to standardize the ship's automated systems to our own, Dr. Tassoni.
Yes, that's precisely why you're confined to the cabin.
Prothean device.
How much do you know about this Prothean artifact?
Very little. We're fortunate enough Data survived to piece together the blueprints. Decoding them will require as many specialists as we can find.
It's that high-tech?
I'd have killed for a glimpse of it during graduate school.
Fair enough. Alright, I'll see you later.
We'll talk later, Liara.
Of course.
Awesome.
Excellent find, Commander. The information network terminal has been updated.
Dr. Chokwas is here. I had to sacrifice Eve. Oh! Yeah, sure.
Commander, an opportunity has come to my attention that may interest you.
What's going on, Doctor?
Refugees arrived at the Citadel recently in possession of military-grade medical supplies and equipment. In reviewing our inventories, I determined we have an excess of medical supplies to treat contagion, exposure, and malnutrition.
They're equipped to help injured soldiers, and we have supplies to help suffering refugees.
Precisely. Perhaps you could ply your charms to broker a trade.
I'd say right away. Do I even need to ask why me? I'll ask why me.
Isn't this something you could do yourself?
War profiteering is running rampant, and these refugees are wary of the Alliance military. They didn't trust me. But you are Commander Shepard, the hero. You could persuade them.
Right away.
I'll find the refugees as soon as I can.
Speak with Tactus. Many of the refugees near the Citadel docks look to him for leadership. Thank you, Commander. With access to their equipment and materials, I believe I could increase the effectiveness of our Medigel.
Sweet. I'm glad we can help them as well. Where is Morden? Oh, I am so used to thinking about the Normandy in its Mass Effect 2 design. Morden is alive. I honestly wish I could talk to Morden and all of my squad mates at any time. Like if there was some way that I could call them up on video call or do something more than send them an email. I think that would be really satisfying. Something like that. So I'm going to go down to engineering. I'll just check in with all of the people on the ship.
Edie doesn't pilot the Normandy, she is the Normandy.
No, she's a passenger in the Normandy just like us. The ship was a spacefaring vessel before Edie even existed.
Engineer Donnelly is correct. The Normandy SR-2 was completely spaceworthy prior to my installation.
Yeah, but...
See, Edie agrees with me.
Edie's mind and the Normandy are a whole entity now. You couldn't just move the processors in the AI core to another ship.
Engineer Adams is correct. Processes that contribute to my self-awareness are spread throughout the ship.
See? Edie agrees with me.
But unlike Edie, our brains couldn't have existed without our bodies.
That is a requisite from being organic. You have to look beyond that limited definition of life.
Joker pilots the Normandy. He doesn't take over Edie's body when he does that. When Edie controls the ship, she's piloting, just like Joker.
Edie doesn't pilot the Normandy, she is the
I'm gonna support the notion that
in the Normandy, just like us.
Edie
spacefaring vessel
is the
before
ship.
Edie even existed.
Edie can direct the Normandy with her thoughts. She sees, hears, and feels through the ship's sensor arrays. The Normandy is her body.
I've seen Edie's body, and its curves are a fine sight better than the Normandy's hull.
So what do you think, Edie?
Are we more than
that head
Done. Any more of this, and my head's going
did
to
a 180-degree turn. Yeah, this game is so deep. It really makes me think quite a lot. Okay, cool. I'll check in with you.
Commander, remember the problem I mentioned? About a core overload possibly venting into the engineering compartment? Daniels, Donnelly, Edie, and I have been brainstorming and comparing notes.
You see, the venting occurs when IES sinks are in a back cycle. At the same moment, the main core is at peak draw, such as from sustained kinetic.
What Kenneth means to say is that we're pretty sure we can make the system safer.
Just need a GX-12 thermal pipe. Unfortunately, we're cut off from a line.
I'll go buy that for you.
Could you keep an eye out for one the next time you're on the Citadel, Commander? I've got the specs right here.
I'll buy it.
I'll look for one the next time we go to the Citadel.
Thanks, Commander.
Sweet.
Sometimes keeping the grid balanced is pure murder.
Awesome. Alright. Javik is hanging out downstairs right now. He's actually such a cool character.
So, are you doing a story on the Asari who were turned into Reaper creatures?
The Ardat Yakshi? No.
I think that story would be perfect for you. The hidden dark side of the most beautiful race in the galaxy.
We have a huge Asari audience. If I do that story, I could lose them.
That seems a bit like pandering.
Ever seen how fast an e-democracy can abandon its allies?
No.
If I do my job, you won't. Commander, I've got some questions about the coup, but I'm online. Call me up when you're ready for that interview, Commander.
Oh. No, carry on.
Not right now, Allers. Let me know when we do.
Okay, cool. So I can call her up for an interview in my cabin. I might do that. After I've actually just
It's got heart, you know.
talked to everybody in the is the shuttle bay? The lower deck.
Made of tissue paper. At least
Lowest place in the ship.
I'd hope so. That thing handles like a trunk.
Everything okay with the shuttle?
Just double checking the inertia dampener coils. Can be twitchy in these UT-47s. But don't worry, this bird's been rock solid.
Do you have a rest?
I always see you down here working your ass off. Ever take any downtime?
I get my sleep, Commander. Flying tired is nearly worse than flying drunk.
What about your waking hours? Any R&R?
I need to keep myself busy. Otherwise, well, too much time to think.
Don't work too hard.
I appreciate your dedication, but I don't want to see you burn out.
I know my limits. I wouldn't take a chance with your life.
So before this war, you must have done something to relax.
Sure. I remember back when the Hawking was based out of Arcturus and I was just a fighter jock. There was this observation deck overlooking the main flight paths. You could watch every ship taxi in and out. When I was alone, I'd turn off the auditory emulators and just watch them drift by in silence.
You know, there are views like that on the Citadel. Next time we're there, you should take some shore leave. Clear your head.
I don't know. Maybe.
Do it for me.
Take some time off on the Citadel, Steve. As a favor to me.
If you put it that way, how can I say no?
You can't.
I feel like I'm making a difference to the galaxy every single time that I actually use a Paragon dialogue option. That dog is so cool. Where's James? Hey.
Parts of Tachanka reminded me of the desert back home. The lizards and worms are bigger, but, you know, the sand and everything. Hey. Hey.
Right. Alright, I'm gonna head up to the captain's cabin. Cool. Invite Alice.
Trainer, can you send Diana up? She wanted an interview.
Right away, Commander.
Ready for a chat, Commander?
I'm ready.
Commander, it's no secret that Council Space has suffered some serious losses to the Reapers lately. Now Cerberus has struck directly at the seat of our government. If something as small as a human terrorist organization can hit the Citadel, is anywhere safe?
They tried, but failed.
Cerberus has limited resources. This coup attempt was likely the best they could do, and it cost them a lot of money and troops. A little fear is understandable, but it can't paralyze you. They've failed as many times as they've succeeded.
But humanity has lost its counselor. The Alliance Parliament is destroyed, and the Prime Minister's dead. The line of succession is getting pretty short. How long do you expect any new Alliance administration to last?
You can't lose faith.
Leaders will rise. You can't lose hope. Our enemies won't rest until they've taken the last human being. Until then, we're not beaten. Right now, it's everyone's duty to step up.
All right. Now a question from Thessia. Commander, during your tribunal, some said you had Cerberus ties. Thanks for your time, Commander. This is Diana Allers for Battlespace. Good night, and stay strong. Be careful, Commander. You keep feeding me like this, and I'll follow you home.
If I wasn't dating anybody in Mass Effect 3, I'd probably choose that option. But let's keep this professional.
I think you're just fine in front of the camera.
Oh, did you think? Of course you did. Me and my big mouth. I'd better get out of here before I send another wrong signal. See ya, Commander.
War asset updated. I'm actually just curious about my war asset, so I'll go check that out really quickly. I hope you guys aren't hearing too much noise. I think somebody might just be slamming doors or something, but let me have a look. Crew deck. Crew's quarters. CIC war room. Oh, and I need to check in with her as well,
Commander,
I suppose.
I found something you need to see.
What have you got?
A group of Cerberus scientists cut ties and fled. Perhaps they finally realized they were on the wrong
That's
side.
great.
We don't know what they were researching, but they were among the Elusive Man's top scientists. They could help build the Crucible.
That's a good idea.
Maybe we could recruit them. Lots of Cerberus people think they're doing the right thing. I know I did.
And you were right, Commander. Whatever crimes Cerberus is committing now, I was on Horizon when the Collectors attacked.
Oh, wait.
Really?
You'll recall I mentioned growing up in the Terminus systems. I was visiting my family at home. While the Alliance was running studies, you were saving me and my family.
Has the Alliance tried to make contact with the scientists?
They've been unable to find them, but they're searching. As is Cerberus. I've been monitoring Cerberus communications. I've charted signal frequency from various Cerberus cells by location and cross-referenced known ship movements.
You found them?
I believe so, yes.
Nice work. Put it on the map and I'll give it a look.
Thanks for your time, Commander.
Sweet. It's actually so cool that she was one of the people that we saved in Mass Effect 2. That's really cool. Alright, let me just check out this. Alright. Rachni workers and the Citadel Defense Force. I have the Alliance Engineering Corps so far. The 103rd Marine Division, the Alliance First Fleet, the Alliance Third Fleet, Carly Sanders, who's a beast, even more of a beast than Jack. Alliance Fifth Fleet, Diana Alice, Alliance Frigate Normandy SR2, Mineral, that reporter, Eden Prime support. That's sick. Asari Science Team, Asari Second Fleet, Asari Sixth Fleet, the Destiny Ascension! Oh, I can't wait to see what it does in this. I'm hoping that the Destiny Ascension actually manages to take out at least one Reaper. Ha 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 ha! And it's upgraded to Asari Commandos, Samara, Javelin missile launchers, Prothean data files, Cerberus, I have some, Krogan, it's pretty obvious, Erdnot Reeve, Grant, Krogan First Division, Krogan Clans, and Clan Erdnot, Solarian, Major Kirahi, Solarian First Fleet, Dr. Mode, Modern Solus, Solarian Third Fleet, and the Turians. Turian Sixth Fleet, Turian 43rd Marine Division, Turian 7th Fleet, Turian Black Watch, and the Turian Engineering Corps. And I'm nearly at the minimum strength that I need to launch the last mission. But it's interesting if you have a look at this, right? The Alliance is basically the most powerful fleet or force in the galaxy, and I wasn't expecting that. Anyway. Alright, I think I've finished this video here. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it if you can. I'm going to keep on getting through Mass Effect 3 one video at a time. I'll see you next time in Games.